the digital age, a 21st century casual pain. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Conditioned by misinformation, it's just the media telling us lies. Decide the fiction from the truth. Society's slow and tragic demise. Open your eyes, you're losing control. Open your eyes, put down the phone. Everyone's got their fucking opinion.
What's happening? And welcome to this very turbulent world that we live in. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Yes. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Paulie? What's up, Jose? Good. James G. Warrior. What do we have? What do we have in store for today's show? Well, we're going to march a couple of people. We're going to march a couple of people. Hey, somebody noticed right away the new guitar. Yep. What's up, Larry at Bridge 9? Listen, if you're over there at Bridge 9, I'm talking to you. That record, you pick up that record, bring it to the checkout, to Larry Kelly. Go deep. Get crazy. You know? Thank you. Congratulations. Yes. This is true. I got engaged. I got engaged. This is true. And we're gonna talk about that. Yes, we're gonna talk about me getting engaged. We're gonna talk about, yes, it is an Ibanez. It is my fiance's. It is my fiance's. And that said, I actually got her to come on the show today. So very rare. She's a very private person. So we'll bring her on for a couple of minutes in a bit after we have our what's up, John in London. And yeah, you know, today's show is sort of it's a what's a good way of putting it? Hold on. What's a good way of putting it?
It's the people's episode.
Yeah, it's a people's episode.
It's a contingency. It's you know what? We've done this a few times, and it's some of our most fun episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
And you know what? At this point, if somebody's not responding to me, a guest is not responding once, twice, and in this case, 3 times, I didn't hear from the guy. I'm not going to wait to start a show and get fucked. Yes, a blessing in disguise.
You know, Absolutely. We have characters in our crowd that there's never a shortage of interesting people.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow, it's a crazy world, huh?
Crazy world, crazy week. It's been quite a week we've had.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people just passed away, right?
Yeah, I could. Dr. Ruth,
Richard
Simmons,
Sharon Doherty,
Shannon Doherty, Shelley Duvall.
Yeah,
Shelley Duvall. Yeah, it's
a lot of people.
Been a busy one.
Yeah, Brenda. That's right, Brenda from 90210.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth. I just learned that she was a sniper in the military.
That's crazy.
I thought that was pretty fascinating. She went from sniper to sex therapist.
You know what? I think it was Dr. Ruth. I bet it was I think she was Hungarian, right?
Something like that, because I know that her parents were both killed in the Holocaust.
Yeah, I think Dr. Ruth. I've actually met Dr. Ruth. My dad did a commercial with Dr. Ruth, and Zum's father is friends with Dr. Ruth. So yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Is that right? Shelley Duvall was living in her car for years. Is that right?
Jesus, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Wow.
Mrs. Torrance, Wendy Torrance.
Doc Richard Simmons died at 76. Dr. Ruth died at 96.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jeez. You know. crazy.
It's they just recently did a movie about Richard Simmons with Pauly Shore playing him.
Did that come out?
It was like a short film.
Oh yeah.
And Pauly Shore played him. Yeah.
Wow.
But it was like a serious thing. I think it was like a short film to try to make a bigger film, but the short film was available on YouTube.
Oh, you know what else happened? That actually, and I got rid of shit. I don't even have the logo anymore. Organic Grill closed.
Yeah,
it's a bummer.
That was sad. That was a sad one.
Organic Grill, our sponsor for years. Here's a shot from back in the day-o.
Oh, this was a great day. Look at this.
Yeah.
This was the Craig Satari kind of special guest.
Wow, there's a lot of faces here I haven't seen in years. There's Richie Crutch on the right.
Yeah.
There's Mike.
Mike Airy.
Mike Airy, Don Airy's son, stage manager for Deep Purple. There's Astoria Lou in the back. There's Patrick and Danielle.
Yep. Sid the Kid, Rat Bones.
Sid the Kid when he used to hang out with us. Yeah, Organic Grill closed. That's right. Organic Grill gone for good.
Well, this is the original location here.
Oh, that's right. That's the original one.
Yeah, you can see that.
Here is one from later on when we had the Don Foos book event.
This one.
Yeah. This one.
I love this picture. This is a great group of people too.
It's hard to say what happened with Organic Grill. It was like, they moved. It was during the pandemic. They moved to this new place. It was kind of funky, Yeah.
You wonder if they would have stayed where they were. I don't remember why they left. Why did they leave the old location?
I think the landlord wanted them out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a fun time. John Watson right up front there,
Yeah, that was cool. The Don Foos event was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer, man. I mean, Vlad and Organic Grill have been really great supporters of this show.
Oh,
really.
Yeah. They feed the band every show, and
sucks, man.
Really just I wish them the best if they go for a new location,
Yeah, I hope it happens, Yeah.
There's the old crew right there.
Yeah. Rat Bones, you, Vlad, me, and Sid. Yeah, it's the original.
That's the original Hardcore Chronicles crew right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Even with the Chaco's Taco shirt from the other old sponsor.
Yeah. Hey, Brian Matson, what's up, brother? Yeah, high rents are killing small biz. I don't know exactly what it was with Organic Grill. They had the hardcore crowd. It wasn't about getting the hardcore crowd down there. I think that location there was just expensive, and I don't know if they caught on with the NYU crowd, the kids over there.
Yeah.
So,
he was cool. He even, we even got to play there. You played there. We played there. It was, he tried to make it interesting there. It was always a lot of fun.
RS70 UGHC, yo, Drew, close friend went to next level. Appreciate if you post. Respects to RB67. We're at the next level. RB67, respect. That said, yeah, all the best to Vlad. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, it's a bummer, man. So that said, listen, I haven't really thought about it, but there's room on the boat. Hold on, let me do like a real pitch here. There's room on the boat for a sponsor. Anybody, this is very rare because we do 7. This is very rare and very sudden, but if you have a business or something, as long as it's not like, a gun range or, which I've been approached about before. Like, I have a gun range. Can I be a sponsor on your show? I'm like, I don't know, man.
Right. How would you like to be part of the New York Chronicles family?
But yeah, there's room on the boat for another sponsor. If anybody would like to come on board, reach out to me. You know, come on board.
Yeah.
I will hawk your shit. You know.
So I got to say, while I got you, congratulations.
Thank you.
She's making an honest man of you.
Absolutely. And thanks. There's a couple of them out there wishing. Yeah. Thank you. Congratulations on the engagement. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, it was great. You know what? Yeah. Are you going to hang around a little bit?
I'll be here. I'm not going nowhere.
I'll bring you back on when I bring Lori and them on.
You got it.
All right. Thank you regarding the engagement. And yes, I got engaged. And we got engaged in Coney Island. Here's a shot right here. And thank you, Camille. There we are on the boardwalk. And I want to introduce to you someone that I love very much, the future Mrs. Stone, Rochelle Lynn. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Thanks for thanks for coming on. I know you hate doing stuff like this.
It's okay.
Yeah. So
this one counted, so I figured I should make an appearance.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask a couple questions. Did you see it? Did you see it coming?
No, I did not see it coming.
Tell them how it went
Other
down.
times I saw it coming, but this time no. Tell them what?
Tell them how it went down.
Oh, well, you know, the sun, we've been staying in the house a lot, bored because it's too hot to do anything. And you called me up and said, what do you want to do today? I said, let's go to Coney Island. And you said, all right, sure. I said, you want to go on a ride? You said, yes. Then we got there. I almost got mad at you because you wouldn't let me get out of the car and go in the trunk because I had no idea what was in the trunk.
Because I was hiding flowers in the trunk.
I just wanted to get out of the car. But thank God that didn't turn into anything. And we had a nice time. We were walking around and we went on the Wonder Wheel. We got to the top.
All right, let me
I
tell
really was just trying to cheer you up. I was trying to have a good day and turn things around because we were kind of bored and feeling a little mundane. And
can I tell my version of it? How it went? Yeah.
Sure.
So here is the flamboyant Drew Stone version of it. So we're sitting in the apartment. She's at work in Brooklyn, and she said, "Why don't we go to Coney Island?" Because I was a little blue in the apartment, and we were going to go in the next day. And I hung up and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. So I called her back at work and I said, how about we go to Coney Island today? And I'm thinking, you know what? It's on. So I grabbed the ring and I left the apartment and I got the flowers and I stopped on the way at the gas station and I picked all the petals off the flowers and put them in my backpack along with the ring, and then went to where Rochelle works at the hair salon, picked her up. We drove to Coney Island. There was a spot right in front of Nathan's, which is unheard of on a Friday night in Coney Island. And then just as we were pulling into the spot, she says, do you want to go on a ride? And I was like, yeah, I've never been on I've never been on the Wonder Wheel, right? I've never been on the Wonder Wheel, which I haven't. So we get out of the car and we walk straight to the Wonder Wheel, right? And there was no line. We got right on. And then what? You take it from there.
And that was all she wrote. We went up. I had no idea. I was so surprised. It was so romantic, and I'll never forget it.
And I when I took the rose petals out of my bag, that's when the look of realization on your face, you know?
It was the most romantic thing ever. Wow.
Aw.
Thank you, sweetie.
There's the rose petals on. There's the rose petals. There's the ring. You know. There it is.
It was a great day. It was nice and gloomy out. No sun.
Nice. It was
Walk
nice.
around. We had our first real date there.
That's right.
One.
That's part of the reason. That's part of the reason we went there. And oh wait, here it is. Here's a shot of us on the Wonder Wheel right after it went down. There you go. How's that? Got the ring.
It's like a movie. Something you see in a movie.
I nailed it. Thank God. Thank God.
I put my guitar in the background so we could match.
Hey, this is your guitar too. You have more guitars than me. Wait, here's a couple last pictures here. There's this one. We did it on the most romantic ride in the world.
Even though, yeah, we just bumped into that sign. Everything kind of just was organic and played out. It was unplanned. It was perfect, honey.
Yeah.
I know we're killing everybody with our mushiness.
No, we're good for a minute. And then I gotta say, fuck them. And then
Like enough.
and then where did we go for our engagement dinner? Tell them.
We went to Nathan's.
Woo! We went to Nathan's and we had hot
Processed cheese and French fries. It was
we
good.
had hot dogs with sauerkraut and cheese fries, and that was our engagement dinner in Coney Island. Yep. So there you have it. And here's our final shot after the fact. And there you go. Thank you, everybody, for the kind
yes,
words.
Thanks, everybody. Drew has the best friends ever. You guys are great.
Aw.
I'm so lucky to be in your life.
Aw. Well, thanks.
Yes.
All right, honey. Well.
Okay, honey.
You did it. All right. I'll see you for dinner. I love you.
Great day.
All right.
I'll see you later.
I love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Well, there you have it. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. And hold on. Oh, you're not crying, are you? No. There's no crying in hardcore.
That was so beautiful.
Oh, there's no crying in hardcore. Oh, my God. There's no crying in hardcore.
Oh, come on. You're dead inside if you didn't get a little weepy during that.
Yeah. Yep.
That was really nice. That was really, really beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that ring. So perfect.
I had that fucking ring sitting in my house for a month. She's like, when is this happening?
I know. I'm seeing pictures of you guys. You're like hiking, you're this, you're that. I'm like, oh my God, I would be going nuts. Every time you leave the house, you got to look perfect because you don't know if that's going to be the moment. You got to look good for the pictures.
There was a couple of moments. We were out in Fire Island on the dock and the sun was setting. And she's like, I thought that's when it was going to happen. I was like, ooh. She said, just as long as you don't do it at the Bowery Electric at one of your shows.
Nope.
Oh, hell no. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. And yeah, it was great. And it was like a real Warriors theme too. It was like a real Warriors theme thing. And it was fucking great, man. Sometimes, let me tell you something, people. Sometimes in this wretched life, once in a while, things just line up right. And, once in a while, you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. And that was one of the other days. And you know what? You you get somewhat of an assist, and my sister Kelly gets somewhat of an assist for sort of giving me your as it was happening, just giving me some advice, and you know.
We need it to be perfect. We love Rochelle. She's just a doll.
Yeah.
She's just so kind, and you know, she's something special to put up with you. So
absolutely. I'm like a specialty player. Like I'm on I'm on special teams, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
really needed this to work.
I'm like, you know, I'm like licorice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like licorice.
It's not for everyone, you know.
It's not. Listen, licorice is not for everyone. But if you love if you love licorice, you really love licorice.
Right. And if you don't like it, it just makes you want to throw up.
Yes, this is a new guitar behind me. This is right. This is Rochelle's guitar. This is Rochelle's Ibanez. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit today, you know. So, you know, that said. Hey, weren't you guys just did the Camp Punksylvania thing, right?
Yeah, we were just at Camp Punksylvania, put on by the amazing ladies over at Riot Squad Media. That's Laura, Vero, and Terry. And they put on just an absolutely amazing show. There we are at our booth. We got Cindy, Elisa, me, some of the ladies from Punk Rock Saves Lives, and Gina. Women of the Pit actually just did a collab project with Punk Rock Saves Lives. We did a collaboration design that we have up now. This is it right there. You see?
Uh-huh.
So we got your back. We got this in totes and tank tops right now. So, and the money goes to Punk Rock Saves Lives and, you know, the charities that Women of the Pit support. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 type of thing there. Yep, there it is.
Did you draw that? Did you draw that?
Of course. Look at those doodles. Who else?
I know I got the doodles, but I thought maybe it was yeah.
Who else did that? Yeah. So, you know, Punk Rock Saves Lives, in case you're not familiar with it, they're a great initiative that focuses on health and mental well-being within the punk community. They have a lot of different programs. They sign people up for the bone marrow registry. They do, you know, they do food collection and all kinds of good stuff out there. They travel around to a lot of the festivals, and they also have their own festival that they had the same weekend where they had 1876 play. Just had them on the show. So yeah. Oh, there we are with Joey from DOA and Nick from the Car Bomb Parade. That was a great show, a great set. They were there with 7 Seconds on Friday night. He's a great guy. You know, and a city councilman. So,
yeah, Joe is
out there doing a lot of good in the world there.
Actually, I've been talking to Joe about coming on the show.
I hope he does.
Yeah, he will. He will. We're trying to sort through it. I've known that dude. You know, I went to the DOA show in Boston in 1981 when we pulled the roof down. You know? Wow. This one's taken about 10 years ago, at least.
Yeah. I got into them a few years later, DOA on 45.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great seeing them and just being at that show. It's just a great community. A lot of young kids there. Everybody just getting along. It's like a love fest, you know? It's kind of hard to adjust back to reality after that. This
is boom, Bad Cop.
Bad Cop. Yeah, they played on Sunday night. And you see there right in the background, you see May in the background. She was out with them on drums and bass tech duties. So, yeah, Bad Cop, great bands. Check them out if you haven't already. They're playing Brooklyn tonight. So
they're playing Brooklyn tonight with NoFX.
Yep, NoFX, yeah.
And Murphy's Law played last night.
Yes. So that's going to be a great show tonight. Go early, check them out. Yeah, there we are with Kevin Seconds. They had a great set as well. He always, when we're there in the crowd, he always dedicates Not Just Boys Fun to Women of the Pit. So I always find that like really cool.
Yeah,
He's a really great supporter.
Kevin's Kevin's a good dude.
Yeah, he's
And
amazing. He's amazing.
What is? Oh, is this homegirl from Good Cop in this picture with you?
Bad cop, bad cop.
Good Cop, Good Cop. Ooh,
There are no good cops.
wrong band. There you go.
So yes, so that's Lynn, the bassist from Bad Cop, Bad Cop, and there we all are with our cooling towels. We really needed them this weekend. It was very, very hot there. So Lynn is great. She's really involved in her community with a bunch of different initiatives. All the Bad Cop girls are. They support things like the Sidewalk Project that works with like the unhoused population and Shout Your Abortion and all those women issues. So they're really, really a bunch of great ladies.
Cool. Yeah, Count Joey Shithead will be coming on the show. I have an ongoing dialogue with him.
Awesome.
We're pitching dates, so rest assured, Joey from DOA will be coming on this show. That is going to. As a matter of fact, I know it's a ways away, but like that's almost a guest that I like to have for like the 350th show. But it's just a way off. That is. Now tell us about what's going on. You guys have another art show up at Bridge 9. Wait, hold on a second. Speaking of Bridge 9, hold on. Let me get rid of this.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Bridge 9, who is manning the cash register at Bridge 9 as we speak? There he is, Larry Kelly. What's up?
Yay!
What's happening?
Is there anybody? Is there anybody in there?
No, there's nobody here at the moment. There were a few people came through. Death Before Dishonor Silver Edition apparently is the highlight of the day because I've sold 4 of them today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Right.
What can you say?
Yeah.
So,
is the show on the big screen as well?
no, because to be on this thing,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll turn it back on, but to be on this thing, I got to use the iPad.
Yeah.
It would do the echo, so I got to turn down.
Yeah. So, Lori, tell us about what's happening here.
Okay, well, as you know, Larry and I have been putting together these art shows, Art Rocks at Bridge 9 Records. We had, me and Mike Gallo and Christopher Micken last time. And this is our second one. We've got Timmy Tanka, Masato, which everybody knows from the posters, and Alyssa Driscoll, who is over from the, the Montessori Art School. And so Timmy Tanker is really great. He does these amazing, art woodcuts, and he's done album covers for both The Pissed and for Lenny Lashley. So, okay. Thank you, Larry.
Hold on, let me see.
That's one of his pieces right there.
Cool.
So that's the kind of stuff he does.
Yeah. Very intricate, very cool. Yeah. So, and then you've all seen Masato's work, at the Bowery. He does some beautiful illustrative work, and Alyssa does a lot of like collage and multimedia. So we're really excited about this one. We're bringing a little music into our shows as well. So we're going to have a party and music from Lenny Lashley, who is does his own stuff, and Darkbuster, and Keith Bennett, who people know from Coffin Rats, Death Ray Vision, and
Wrecking Crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah.
All right.
It's going to be a fun time. That is Saturday, September 28th. So mark your calendars. We're going to have some more details coming soon. And it's going to be a great day out again. So
cool. Are you coming down for this?
Absolutely.
This is a week. By the way, there's not a show. There's no show a week from today. We're doing a show on Wednesday, a side trip show.
I want to see this.
Appalieri. He is a combat war photographer, a friend of mine. Something a little bit different. Then there will be no show a week from today because we will be doing this at the Barry Electric, the Back to the New York Hardcore Roots 50th show. Larry Kelly, me, Ray Hogan, the guys that everybody, man, 50 shows in. No, you're not gonna catch Larry next Sunday at the shop because Larry's gonna be down here for this, right?
Yes, I am. So, I'm excited for this show. Cindy from the Lunatics is going
Yeah.
to be DJ. So that's huge. And she's
I'm looking forward to the candy.
Yeah. Next week, I actually have a busy week. Up our way, Have Heart is playing at Roadrunner. And for them to do a reunion show is a really big deal for that time of music. So I'm doing that on the Saturday. They're going to drive down the next day, that night, to New York. But on Thursday night and Friday night, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be running the store. But Friday night, I'm going to stay open late. So if anybody is coming to that show, wants to come to Bridge 9 and say hello, please do. Because I'll be here till 8, maybe 9 o'clock. And the day after that, they're having the day of our show, they're having an SSD breakfast here in Trust Records. So
Right.
Joe Nelson will be here, Sammy Sigler will be here. I'm not going to be here. We're going to be doing something a little more funner. But yeah, so that if anybody's in this area, can't get to New York, please come by and check it out. That'll be at 11 in the morning. So
Yeah. Someone asked how far back was the first show? The first show actually was at A7. I was directing a video for The Take at A7, and we decided that after we did the video, they were going to play, and it was the first Take show ever, and we were going to play. I was in a band, kind of a fun side band called Seeing Red, which was a Minor Threat tribute band. It was me, Mike DeJean from Breakdown and Crown of Thorns, Goat from Maximum Penalty, Murphy's Law and the Misfits, Jimmy X from Leeway. This was really the first. Yeah, Dominic, you were there. Dominic was there that was a great day. This turned out, what happened was we did this and a lot of people came and it was an incredible day. And then all kinds of bands started asking me like, hey, can we play, or are you going to do it again? And so I talked to Jesse Mallon and I worked out details with Jesse Mallon on how we can do it. And then we announced this was the second show. Well, this is really the second show. This was really the first and second show, but in the big picture, it's the second and third show. The Undead headlined the second one and Stigma the third one. And, Crazy Eddie, it was, all the usual suspects, were playing. And that's what really kicked it off. And the thing with Jesse was I just wanted it to be free and all ages. I mean, yeah. So that's, wasn't about money and charging money and making money. It was about, let's do a free Sunday, all ages matinee at the birthplace of New York hardcore at the A7. And that's what we did. And, and we got this coming up. On for July. And then August is Fury of 5 headlining with a couple bands.
Yeah, and
then
also the night before Sunday, the night before at Otto's Shrunken Head, Cindy is also going to be there doing a guest DJ set. It's the Women of Punk Rock.
Right.
And I think there's going to be a bunch of bands there that night too. So yeah, look up that flyer.
Blake Lanier, I think, is going to be at that.
Yeah, I saw. Anyone other than Drew been to all 50? That's a good question.
Mm.
You weren't at the first one, were you, Larry?
No, I wasn't. But I would come down from Boston as soon as it.
I'd say probably next to me, the person that's been there the most is Larry. You know, you might have missed the first one or two or whatever, but once yeah.
Well, jumping behind the scenes and helping to make things run is really rewarding. It's really cool to be able to make stuff like this happen. And here at Bridge 9 and wherever. You can, you know, keep people interested and going and having fun.
Yes. I'm sorry. Dylan Cooper, you're right. Deadshot are the kids, the very young teenagers who got up during the Civ show at the Bowery Ballroom and played an impromptu couple of songs. So I tracked them down and they were so excited. These kids were so excited. Yeah, when we asked them to play, they were beside themselves, you know.
And the confidence they had when they got up at that Civ show and did that. I thought there were just a bunch of kids hanging around the stage. What are they doing? And suddenly they grabbed instruments and just really, they were good. It wasn't just like, hey, there's a band playing their kids. They were great.
Something else I want to mention for the upcoming 50th Bowery Electric Back to the New York Hardcore Roots 50th show, made some special T-shirts for the event. The front is the New York Hardcore Chronicles logo. The back, it's the Back to the New York Hardcore Roots music series on the back. They will be available in black and maroon. So these are limited edition. They'll be available They will be available a week from today. They'll be available at August shows, and if there's any at the August show, and if there's any left for the September show, which is the Scream show, you can purchase one there. If anybody can't make it down and is interested, they're $20 plus shipping and handling. My PayPal address is stone4124. Maybe I'll put it up on my website. But if anybody really has a hard-on, so to speak, for one of these, please reach out and we'll get you one. You can PayPal me the dough and we'll send it out. The maroon's happening. And I also got sizes for the big boys. I got double XLs and I got triple XLs. So if anybody's interested, reach out. You know, Back to the New York Hardcore Roots limited edition T-shirt. There you go. So that's said.
Drew, with that being said, everybody should know that buying those shirts helps for the expenses for the show.
Oh yeah, right.
And that anything we're doing here goes to the next show. Goes to the next show. It keeps going and going. So we keep doing this.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks for pointing it out. This isn't about. This certainly isn't. This is definitely. It's not about me making a couple bucks or whatever. Basically, anything the shirts make, get put right back into the series. And let's be frank here, kids. Let's be frank. Furia 5's not playing for free, and Scream is not playing for free. I don't need to get into particulars, but you know, it's a grip. It's a decent amount of money, and we're just trying to figure out how to come up with it before it has to come out of my pocket, which is cool.
Like it usually does.
Like it usually does, but it's cool. But you know, I just don't want to take a huge hit for these shows. You know.
Yeah.
I know they're great shirts.
The can. I'm sorry, Larry. The can helps. Can top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. What about shipping to the UK? Listen, I'll ship it anywhere if you pay for it. I'll ship it to fucking Maltais on the Isle of Dupre. I don't give a fuck. So, Chris Andrews, if you want one, I'll ship it there. Just reach out to me, and I'll take it to the post office and ship it, and then tell you how much it is. You know, I got a wedding to worry about now. Yeah. You know what? Fuck you, hardcore motherfuckers. Fuck you, you vegan, you gluten-free motherfuckers. Yeah. I got a wedding to worry about now.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, congratulations, Drew. Yeah. I mean, basically everybody knows that I always know what's going on everywhere.
You're my conciliere. You're my.
It was exciting. It was exciting. I'm like, okay, I know he's on the roller coaster now, or the Wonder Wheel, So, it was cool.
If somebody wants to bear a gift, Of course, Rochelle will be at the show. You know, that would be nice. Also, you know, I think in the great sort of tradition of who I am and what I do, I think even if we get married privately, we're going to have some sort of a like crazy, like Bowery Electric, get married by Paul Bearer or something, you know, like some kind of kooky, crazy shit is going to go down.
There's going to be a lot of bubbles.
A lot of bubbles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, hey, Dominic, your money's not good here. Just buy a t-shirt, you know? XXXXL? No, I don't got one that big. Hey, Big Joseph, yeah, I got you, bro. Double XL coming at you. You know?
I should really call, you know, who and get a hoodie for myself. You know? I can do that. I probably should. He threw in a hoodie there too.
A special one.
He still has the screw. You know what? Call him. Find out. We'll make a couple of.
I will.
But you know what? But you know what? Honestly, selling hoodies when it's 300 degrees out isn't really like the best. You know.
Yeah, we did. We actually did really well with our cooling towels.
Cooling towels are good.
Yeah, our merch game was strong. So, and they saved my life too. I was overheating one day, and man, put one of those things on, and it's like brings your body temperature woof right down.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah. Stigma should marry us. I don't think Stigma. I think Paul Bearer literally has the ability to marry people.
Yeah, I think Paul does. Yeah.
I think Jimmy G does too. I think. Yeah. Big Joe says, I need a New York hardcore body fan. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Listen, bro, this is my advice to you. Get married. It comes kind of along in the package.
Hey, I get some people coming in.
Hey, listen, you people coming in the store. Buy something, you cheap fucks. All right. I'll see you later, Larry.
Okay, be good. Love you guys.
Bye, Larry.
Bye.
That's amazing.
Listen, you fucking bums.
Yeah, and you know something? I said the wrong band with Keith Bennett. It is Casket Rocks. Right. I got nervous, and was it a casket or a coffin? It's Casket Rocks.
Casket, coffin.
Casket.
It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
Hey, let's bring Mark. Jennifer, Mark, we're gonna let's while you're here.
It's a Cape Cod takeover.
I'll keep you here. We're on the Cape Cod flavor. There is an event going down, and it is happening in Somerville, Mass. It is the Boston Punk Rock Trivia event. We're going to bring on the host, the organizers. Let me introduce Mark McKay. You may know him from Slapshot, and currently The Long Wait, along with Jamie Sharapper from SSD, as well as Jennifer. Hey, how you doing?
Hey guys. Hey.
Let me put you up
Jennifer
there.
is the mastermind of this.
Yes.
So
yeah, Mark's just in the passenger seat,
he's
just
along
sort of
for the ride.
Yeah. He's a pretty face.
Mark's like the figurehead. He's like
literally is. It's our spokesmodel.
Yeah. So Jennifer, tell us about the event. Sounds really cool.
Well, people love to talk about punk rock and hardcore, and everybody thinks that they probably know more about it than most people. And we thought we would leverage that, plus, Boston people, there are a lot of know-it-alls in Boston just in general. So we thought we'd leverage that into trying to do some good, for the world. So we're putting on this Boston Punk Rock Trivia Contest. It's going to be August 18th at the Somerville Armory. And, we're accepting registrations for teams of 2 to 4 people. So, you get your homies together. Or you can register for $12.50 as an individual, and we'll put you on a team. I sincerely hope one of these teams of sort of random misfits gets together and bad news bears their way right to the first prize, which is $200 cash, sponsored by the Blowing Smoke with Twisted Rico podcast. very generous of him to chip in and sponsor that. And we're also going to have a few bands there because it's a punk show. We're going to have Lobo Hombre, the Grubs from up in Haverhill, and Already Dead, who just put out a record that is getting a lot of buzz up in Boston. And our
what's
MC is
the
going to be Reverend
Somerville?
Hank, who I think you guys may know.
What's the Somerville Armory? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, so it's a literal old armory that is owned by the city of Somerville. And there's an organization called the Center for the Arts at the Armory who run it as a nonprofit, and they rent it out to organizations. It's got a great stage with a great sound system.
Wow.
And it's normally like a $1,200 like venue, but they have like a specific program for organizations like ours who are just trying to like do something decent, and they gave us like an extremely reduced rate on it. So it's nice we get to have it right in the city, which is rare these days with the way Boston is to have events that are like inside, like in the core Boston area.
Very cool. On August 18th.
Yep. It's a Sunday. It's going to be a matinee. We're all getting a little older, like doors at 12:30. Contest starts at 1.
Okay, so basically, let me break it down like this. If you are not in New York City coming to this show, of course, this is the most important thing on the planet Earth. If you're not coming to this show August 18th, and you have the only excuse that you may have is if you're going to this.
Well, maybe you're not legally allowed in New York,
Yeah, right.
maybe there's, you got some issues, like there's beef, right. Like you got to stay in Boston for whatever reason.
Let's say there's some crew beef or some graffiti beef or some band beef, and like you can't show your face in New York, or you're a New Yorker and you can't show your face in Boston. It's really one or the other. That's it. That's what you're looking at.
This sounds actually amazing. I'm really excited about this.
Hey, where do you think you're going, sister?
Oh,
Whoa.
That's us right there.
Yeah. That's right. If you're on the lam from New York, I love that. I love that term. Do you know what the term on the lam is from?
Do not.
I think you would explain this to me once before, and I forgot.
I think I explained this on the show before, but I'll explain it again because it's just that kind of a day. On the lam is a medieval term taken from back when you were like running from the law. You were living like on the outskirts of villages and stuff like that, and the only thing that you could really eat, that you could like grab and eat, that was slow, was a lamb. So it means you were on the run. When you were on the run, basically the only thing that you could catch, kill, and eat would be a lamb. So that's where on the lam. He's on the lam. Meaning he's on the run and he's eating lambs.
So if you're a vegan and you're slow, you are fucked.
You're on the bok choy, right?
Listen,
right, if you're a vegan, yes, you're on the.
Listen, this vegan thing, it's a passing fad.
It's a fad.
Human cannibalism will be back in vogue.
And some of this it already is, Drew. So
right.
Well, what I was going to say, I had a question. This looks amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about what the format is going to be like? Is there going to be like maybe name that tune or
Yeah, that's a good question. We actually are still working out a little bit of the logistics with the building. Like they have a lot of cool stuff that we can do. So we feel like they got a great sound system. They have a huge, what is it called? Like a screen that we can flash stuff up on. So we're hoping to kind of make it a multimedia presentation. But at the core of it, it's going to be a little under 2 hours. 3 rounds of questions about Boston punk and hardcore. Like I'm bi, like I, am in both scenes, and it's encompasses not just Boston, but the Boston area from like Portsmouth, Manchester, New Hampshire, Worcester, Providence, Rhode Island, and the Cape. As far as like what is and isn't punk rock, like that's up to the organizers. That's at our discretion, so don't at us. But I have a sample question actually, if you guys are interested in trying your luck.
Yeah,
Maybe the
all
people in the comments
Do
want
I press a button or anything like? You know?
The easy
All
button.
right. Yeah. All right, let's go.
So earlier, Larry was talking about the Have Heart show. So here's a little trivia question for you about Have Heart. Have Heart took their name from a lyric in a song by another Boston hardcore band. It was a little earlier than them. So the answer would be the name of the band. You don't have to know the song or the lyric, but which band did Have Heart take their name from?
Let's see. No Google.
Anybody in the I can't see the comments, so I don't know if anybody.
If somebody SSD control.
Nope.
Yeah, Sean McNally said SSD. Nope.
That's
good guess, Sean.
Nice, Sean.
Anybody else? Come on, chat room. What the fuck's wrong with you?
They have the benefit of the internet too.
Holy Pork Chop says FUs.
That is incorrect, but a good guess.
James G. Warrior says DYS.
Also not correct.
A little bit later than the bands that are being mentioned, so yeah.
You bums better wrap up. You bums better ramp up your game here. You're making me look bad. Tom O'Hara says Jerry's
Hey,
Kids.
Tom O'Hara, how are you, buddy?
That is a good guess, but incorrect. These are some great bands, by the way.
Everybody's just going for the
saying
right?
Everybody's just thinking of an old Boston.
Hey, I got to shout out Tim. Hey, proud Patreon member since. Thank you, Tim. I could not do it without you. I hope everything is well. Sorry for that.
A bunch of answers coming in.
Yeah, here we go. Would it be 45 Adapters? Dude, that's not a Boston band. That is a New York ska oi band, okay?
The Freeze, Cape Cod.
The Freeze, Cape Cod. I hate tourists.
And I do hate tourists right now.
All right, how about is it Thorsten Gangrene?
It's not.
Is it Blood for Blood?
It is not. But that's getting warmer in a way.
Is it the free? Is it the Boss Tones?
Is it the Nervous Eaters?
Nope. All right.
The Nervous Eaters?
They're an old punk band.
Hey, wait, let me get crazy. Is it the Dogmatics? Is it the Outlets? Is it the Neighborhoods? Is it Rubber Rodeo? Is it November Group?
You guys want a clue?
You're dating yourself on those answers, Drew. Very good.
I know, right? Is it Slapshot?
No Slapshot related questions. Like
here's one. 10-Yard Fight.
Nope.
Contemporaries, though.
All right, give us a clue.
All right, so the clue, this Have Heart show that's coming up. That's the clue.
Wrecking Crew, the Bruisers.
No, but I'm actually standing next to Glenn Dudley's Dirty Laundry right now. But we're in his bedroom at his house.
And the drummer from the band who is the answer of this is downstairs. Jamie from SSD is downstairs.
That doesn't really help.
No, I'm just saying it's like we're at an event where kind of some old folks are getting back together to hang out.
Yeah, well, that's where that Have Heart is. No, you can't. That's not the answer. Fucking.
All right, so
eye for an eye.
Oh, Sean McNally.
Sean McNally.
He wouldn't in real life. He wouldn't be getting a second chance. But I think the clue probably clued him in.
Is there another one? Can we do another one?
Yeah, we can do another one.
Something that a New York audience would get?
No, actually.
Boston.
Excuse me, New York audience? This is a worldwide audience.
Worldwide, baby.
You know? Hey, Vinny Vlado, what's up, brother? Hope you're well, man. Okay. What do I win?
I wants to know what he wins.
What do I win?
Applause.
Yeah.
You
we'll give him a door prize ticket.
Yeah, 100%. Show up to the event and you will get an extra door prize ticket.
Hey, the party's arrived.
Hey, there you go.
Lisa, what's up? The party is here. All right. You get bragging rights because nobody knows. Okay, next one. Let's do one more. This is fun.
All right, so this one actually is pretty Boston centric, but I didn't have much time to prepare for this, so sorry. So this is a two-parter. The first, so you guys are aware of the Boston Music Awards, right? They give out awards for Boston bands of all genres every year. The Boston Music Awards started in 1987. So the first part of the question is, what year was the first year that they had a category for best punk band? And then the second part would be, who won it? If you get the first one right, like the second one will be pretty easy.
My guess is
Started in
1985 Gangrene.
So it started in 1987. So it's sometime after that.
All right, hold it right there. Dropkick
clarify.
Murphys?
That's it. That's the answer.
James G. Warrior.
Wow.
That's
What
so
did-
that one's in Google. So I don't know.
Why do I remember Gangrene winning some big thing like that? What was that?
So there were a lot of bands that won that I would consider to be punk or hardcore that won different categories prior to 2002, which is when the Dropkick Murphys won best punk band.
I remember. Gangrene won the Rumble. Remember there used to be the Rock and Roll Rumble, the BCN? Yep. I think Gangrene won the Rock and Roll Rumble one year, and that was a big deal. I think
we played with them as Slapshot in that same year.
Right. Well, you guys played the Rumble?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, one more time. Let me put the flyer up. If you are not down here going to our free all ages Sunday matinee, your ass better on August 18th be at the Somerville Armory for the Boston Punk Rock Trivia event. MC Reverend Hank. Bands playing. It's only $10. There you go.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so you can show up at 3:00 and just see the bands if you don't have any interest in trivia. So that's for $10. But there's the what is it called? The QR code on there. You can zip onto that and find more information about it, or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Boston Punk Rock Trivia.
And can people just donate to the event if they feel that this is a cause that they might want to get behind? Or
I mean, if you want to go onto the site and you want to buy a $12.50 ticket, and not go, like, you can do that.
Okay,
like,
there you go.
I mean, that's pretty much the only mechanism we have set up. It's just the two of us. Like, we are working our asses off to try to make this a good event. It's a great suggestion. Definitely we could set up like a GoFundMe or something maybe to stick on there.
Like maybe fund some future events and stuff and get something going. I just I think this is amazing. I remember talking to you about this when this was just in its embryonic phase, and just to see it come to fruition is just really, really awesome. So yeah, I wish you lots of success with it, and we'll be posting it up on our site too, Women of the Pit. So
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer and Mark. I know we were talking a lot about trivia, but those out there know you from playing drums and Slapshot, and of course in the long wait. And we loved when we had you down here at the Barry Electric, and we can't wait to have you back. And the next time you're booking something up there, think of Incendiary Device, because we want to play with you up in Massachusetts. And Sean McNally, while you're on here, how about making it happen, brah? So there you go.
Drew, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. And Laurie, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right. That was nice.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's a cool thing. You know what?
Yeah.
I should do something like that here in New York.
Yeah, I know, that would be fun.
Oh, gee, I just opened my mouth. I'm sure someone will be in.
It's just, getting all the questions together and stuff. That's a lot of hard work, So, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a good time. I hope I can get out to it.
Thank you, Sean. That's listen, in my band of jamokes, a Saturday works best. So there you go. Well, Laurie, I'm going to take a sponsor break. Sadly, I'm going to take a sponsor break, and it doesn't include the organic grill, which is kind of weird. When we come back, hang out, Laurie. I'll bring you back. If it all right, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to bring Ray Hogan on. We're going to talk a little bit about a book my next book that's coming out that Ray was involved in as the editor. Very exciting. We'll bring Stephen Messina back on. He's got an event coming up, and we got a couple others floating out there. So here we go. See you soon. Since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay of the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as t-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email generationrecords@gmail.com and follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Will that be cash or debt?
Do you mean debit?
Yes. Sorry. Another eternally satisfied customer.
Peace, what it do? Welcome to NYHC Comics at 117 Main Street, Dobbs, Surrey, New York. I'm Debo the Pro with my homie
Lee Farley.
Welcome to the spot. Specializing in yesterday's and today's comic books, rare CGCs, toys, collectibles.
Got skateboards, old school tapes, Magic the Gathering, Warhammer.
Video games, original art pieces by your favorite New York City and worldwide artists. Let's go. Skate decks all day, baby.
We also have the young reader section here for like 10 and under. Pops. People love the Pops.
Star Wars! We are New York hardcore. We always rep the scene. Let's get it on.
There you have it. We're back. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Yes, we missed Organic Grill already. Organic Grill had to close its doors, sadly. Hopefully they reopen soon. They have left a void. They've left a void on the show. If anybody wants to become a sponsor, reach out. Hopefully Vlad will be back, but as of right now, they are off the landscape. Let's talk about a couple upcoming shows. This Wednesday, war photographer Jonathan Alpolieri will be on the show. It should be a very interesting show. There will be no show a week from today because we have this at the Bowery Electric. A week after that, Gerard Lindsay from 45 Adapters will be on. A week after that, Jump Around, Get Up, Get Up. Excuse me, Senora, if I was a Jew, then I'd like the menorah. Hype Man, House of Pain, Danny Boy O'Connor will be on the show. La Coca Nostra, The Outsiders, House Museum. I got to watch The Outsiders before he comes on the show. I got to watch it again because he owns and runs the Outsider House Museum, and Michael Alago was just out there. So we have to watch that again. Maybe get Alago on for it as well. Sunday, August 11th. Too Much Too Young, the Two-Tone Record Story, Rude Boys, Racism, and the Soundtrack of a Generation. Author Diana Rachel will be on the show talking about the history of that book. And then a little bit after that, I'm hosting a live event at Rough Trade with him. He's going to be in from the UK. This is Thursday, September 12th at Rough Trade in Rockefeller Center here in New York. That is a live event. Sunday, September 1st, Chris Enriquez has rescheduled. We're looking forward to having him on the show. Recently joined Orange 9mm. Just went on a big tour with Spotlights and Julie Christmas. Big fan of the show. Looking forward to having Chris Enriquez on the show. Sunday, September 8th, in celebration of the book release of Vinny Stigma, The Most Interesting Man in the World, Howie Abrams, and of course, Vinny Stigma would be on the show. The Matzo Marauder. That's right. Don't make me hit you with the Hebrew hammer. Yeah, Thorsten, yeah, it sucks. Yep. OG is gone for now. That said, I think we're good. Let's bring on a friend of the show's, friend of ours from Connecticut, I believe, right now, Ray Hogan. What's up?
What's up, Drew? Speaking of the long wait.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And speaking
Cool.
of the Outsiders, Alago and I are trying to see the musical. He's seen it twice already. He wants to go a third time.
What, there's an Outsiders musical?
I don't know if it's a drama or a musical, but there's something on Broadway.
Ooh, I should go see that.
Yeah, I want to too.
Before he's on the show, you know? Huh. Let's talk about a project that you and I have been working on. We're kind of revealing it here. Just let me get it. So let me give the background to it here. A couple times on the show, if you remember, I've posted photos from 1977 London as part of Greg Smith, his archive. Incredible photos. Greg Smith was a photographer, was a cameraman for my dad, and then he went on to shoot a lot of music videos with me and Paris Mayhew. He shot Onyx Slam. He shot Typo Negative Black #1. He shot Run DMC Ooh What You Gonna Do. He shot, Insane Clown Posse with us. He went on to an incredible career in the film business. But in 1977, he was in London taking photos, and I have shown some of the photos before, and it has taken a while. But in the past, at least, well, it's been a couple years, but really in the past year or so, Ray and I have been working on this. It's uploading, I think. There you go.
Didn't Greg also go on to do a kind of Doctors Without Borders thing?
Yeah. He ended up being So here you go. This is the cover that's in progress. This is what's happening. These are some of the incredible photos that I've showed them on the show early on. It's taken a couple of years, but this is the rough draft of the cover. The working title is London 77, The Lost Archive, the photography of Gregory Rudolph Smith. I curated the book. I am the author. And let me get some of the actual, let me get some of the book on, and we'll talk about sort of the process that you and me went through in putting this thing together. Let's see. Hope this uploads. It's too big to upload. Fuck. Hold on, let me see what I can do. The whole book's too big, but I could do this. Yeah, here you go. So let me see. Here we go. Share screen window. All right. A little, not perfect, but perfect just the way it is. Let me see. Oh, there you go. That works, I think. Can I move it? Oh yeah. So this is the book. This is sort of I'm going to take you on a little tour through, the table, the foreword. Greg wrote the foreword. I wrote the introduction, and then it's broken down, by date, starting in September 30th, 1977. Lots of bands, including, these are early photos of Crass, which are incredibly rare. These Crass photos, incredibly rare. Took us a while to figure out who this band was. This was actually Crass's third show. That's the Radius from Outer Space. Look at these beautiful photographs. Look how this is laid out. This is going to be kind of a coffee table book size. Generation Records is involved in putting it out. There's Susie and the Banshees. The Slits. There's Airy Up. 999. Radiators again. A couple of interesting bands. Spitfire Boys, which there's Budgie playing drums, who went on to Susie and the Banshees. And one of the guys who went on to Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Spiz, all kinds of different bands from that era. This was an interesting band right here. This is a band called the Killjoys. The Killjoys, the singer was a guy named Kevin Rowland, who went on to a band called Dexy's Midnight Runners. And the gal on the left, Gil, went on to join a band called Girls School. Here's a couple of real bangers: X-Ray Specs, and probably, of course, there's a lot of Adam and the Ants, a lot of Susie.
We've got some great pictures of Phil from the Pogues before he joined the Pogues.
Yeah,
when he was in the Radiators from Space.
That's right. That's right. These are like the holy grail of the photos. These are Generation X photos. Incredible Generation X photos. So, I mean, keep in mind here, I mean, there's a whole story to this. I've talked about in other shows, but Greg Smith gifted me 3,500 never before seen negatives. So these have never been seen before. Really incredible stuff. More Adam Ant, the electric chairs, when she was over there for a couple months. A great, Ants photo session with the first Adam and the Ants. Look at these incredibly composed photos. I mean, these are all black and white photos. These are all black and white photos.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but wasn't Greg the only, if not the only, he had very little competition in documenting the scene at the time, right?
Yeah, there was not a lot of people taking pictures of these bands in 1977. There's Jordan. Let's see. And it was really interesting when bands like this, like when I was scanning them, and bands, listen, it's amazing to say the least, Pat Baldwin, because he was going to throw these out. These were in a storage room in Baltimore, never to be seen. Greg Smith doesn't even live in America anymore. They were going to be thrown out until I hassled him. And then one day he just gave them all to me because he was going to throw them out. More Ants, electric chairs photo session. These are incredible shots right here. This is Airy Up from the Slits and Don Letts. Look how beautiful these are. I mean, these are incredibly crisp. That's Don Letts, who went on to as a film director. Airy Up, incredible photos. Don Letts and his boys. The guy up in the front ended up, I think that's Leo Easy Kill Williams, who ended up in Big Audio Dynamite. Derek Jarman, the film director. John Waters shows up in these shots. The Jubilee film premiere that Greg went and shot. There's Vivian Westwood on the left. An incredible archive. Adam Ant photo session there's a photo spread for all you. Listen, Adam Ant has yes, Rich. These are you made some prints of these for me a couple years ago. That's right. And Adam Ant, and there's me and Greg years later when he was shooting and I was producing this. What video was this? Oh, Rikers from Germany, Cold, Lost, and Sick, and that's what's up. Ray, listen, you were a big part of kind of sorting through a lot of the comments and everything. What was kind of your take on this whole thing?
I really enjoyed it because, as opposed to say the flyer books we did, we didn't have dozens and dozens of people who were there with recollections. We kind of had to seek them out and go with what they said, and their insights were just as valuable, but we didn't have, say, for instance, 6 dozen people that were show willing to comment.
Yeah. Yeah. And so not only are some of the people that are in the photos commenting, but we went back and got comments from people that were really influenced, like influenced by these artists. Like here's Joel Gustin, who played, in The Undead, who's been on this show a lot, Electric Frankenstein, and Pigface. Tony Barber, who was in the Buzzcocks.
Jesse Malin.
Jesse Malin. I have a couple comments. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So, and you had the patience to sort of sort through it, because a lot of there can be a lot of typos. That's right, James. That's right. That's Jane in the Backstreet Boys. 100%. Good eye, James Warrior. That's Jane County, and where is she? There you go, Jane County. I think it was the electric chairs. That's what it was labeled as back then. And yeah, the Adamant years are absolutely great. So,
and there was a lot of British honesty in the text.
Yeah. So this is that right? The Jubilee film was a masterpiece. I guess I have to watch it, man. I got to watch it, But this is the new this is a new project. Well, I've been working on it for a couple of years now. Ray is the editor. He's had the patience to sort of pick through this stuff. This is going to be, in some way or another, it is going to be free for all patrons. In some. So if you're a patron, chances are this is coming your way. You might have to pay for shipping, or depending on how much the book is. So this book will be coming your way. It's called London 77: The Lost Archive, the photography of Greg Rudolph Smith. So that said, all you patrons out there, you got something great coming your way. So that's that. Anything what else going on, Ray?
Everything and nothing at the same time. Lots of good music.
Yeah. I guess our people ask about the guy, this guy who disappeared today. I know he's, what? Sometimes it happens on this show. It's like somebody agrees to do hey, Tim, you're definitely getting that book, bro. This book's coming to you. You could, it's coming for you, man. Everybody, all you top tier Patreon people, that book is coming, man. So, but yeah, you know what happens sometimes? People agree to do the show. They don't really understand what the show is or what's going on. They agree to do it. And then this is the first time this guy just disappeared. Like I sent him multiple messages after the last show. Never heard from the guy. So if you know this guy, send them a message and tell him, hey, bro, that's a little fucked up. Not that I really, not that I'm losing any sleep over it, but.
Oh, and I should probably say to Vlad, I went there 2 Fridays ago, not even knowing it was that imminent, right. And it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But on the more positive note, congrats to you and Michelle.
Thank you.
Lifetime of love, happiness, and all that good stuff.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Ray. And we'll see you. We'll see you out on the ball field for
Sunday.
On Sunday, right?
Yep.
Good. All right, buddy. Thanks, man. And thanks for your help with the book. And let's keep it moving. Let's get it done.
Always, bro. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. there you go. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles live, and we are sponsored by blah, 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 and, believe it or not, Mad Vintage. Mad Vintage buys, sells, and collects band shirts, primarily hardcore. The DIY operation was started and is operated by a hardcore kid who just loves collecting and eventually got into vintage clothing, specifically the realm of vintage band shirts. They're always looking to buy out collections to either keep, sell, or trade. New shirts added daily at www.madvintage.com and posted on Instagram. Dig deep into that closet of crap. Reach out to them. Help me help you. www.madvintage.com. Come on now, Joe Romini and the Texas Silver Rush. They're a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as the style them for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes rock and roll Hall of Famers Greg Rowley, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. Information on online sales are being taken at their Facebook and Instagram page, and of course, www.texassilverrush.com. We were going to have George from 126 Clothing on, but he's in Greece, and I guess he's having some trouble signing on. So last but not least, 126 Hardcore Clothing is a streetwear brand for restless individuals who don't compromise. They're about being spontaneous. They're about being positive, spontaneous, and true to yourself. For years, they experimented with several printing methods and materials and collaborated with a large number of designers and illustrators, always giving room for fresh perspectives while retaining the hardcore attitude. Get in touch with them and ramp up your game at www.126clothing.com. Who was the guest today? I don't even remember the guy's name anymore. Isn't that crazy? Yes, it was Whiplash. It was Tony Partero from Whiplash. You know, it wasn't a Rick Agnew situation, because Rick Agnew I was in touch with. He just, the day of the show, just disappeared. This guy, as soon as last week's show was done, I sent him a message on Monday. Nothing. I sent him a message on Wednesday. Nothing. I sent him a message yesterday morning. Nothing. At that point, I was like, you know what? I pulled the plug and went with plan B. Yes, we will be selling the ID record on vinyl at the show next week. We will be, in a rare instance, Incendiary Device will actually be selling merch at their own show next week. It's rare that we even sell our own merch at shows. Just hate doing it. Would Lee Ving ever come on as a guest? I don't know. I actually have never asked him. I know he's busy. They're still playing shows. Yeah, Whiplash is playing New Jersey next Saturday. If anybody's going, you could tell them, yo, bro. The fuck? But whatever, man. I'm not going to say anything bad about the dude. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on in his life. But still it's not cool. You know? That said. What else? How about Steven? What are you, a poet?
And I know it. Oh, by the way, 49 out of 50 shows for me.
Really?
I missed one. I was in Greece with Hitman.
You might have been to more shows than no. You missed the show. You didn't come to.
No, I missed the Take show.
Right.
Which wasn't officially the Back to New York Hardcore Roots thing. And then I missed another show. So 48, if you want to say.
All right.
So this
What's going on here? Tell us about this.
A while back, I did something at 96 Tears with a poet named Billy Lamont. And he invited me again to do one. And this turns out to be in our clubhouse in the map room of the Bowery Electric.
Right.
With a dear friend of mine named Alan Semergian, who is another musician, poet, who recently was awarded the Nassau County Poet Laureate Award, as a matter of fact. And along with a bunch of other interesting writers and poets. And I will be doing some spoken word on Sunday, July 28th at the Bowery Electric.
And that would be, what are we doing here on the 28th? That would be this. Yeah. So after you are
Yeah,
home,
I will literally
watching
be.
after everyone is home watching this, you can go down to the Bowery Electric and see some poetry.
Yeah, because I believe it starts at 6, and I may actually do my spot. I may go there early and just report straight from Bowery.
Okay.
And a very cool thing is, I originally invited our friend Kristen Memoli was going to be a part of this,
right?
Who is also a writer, and they're away that weekend. So I got something in the works I want to work on, because a lot of the musicians in our group are writers and poets, and there's some people that I know have really interesting stuff, like Ryan Bland and myself, and I want to get a spoken word thing together with some of our friends, and open up people's minds a little bit, you know.
Is that right? Kristen has a new book coming out soon. Is that right, Lori? Is that right? She has a new book coming out?
Yes. Yeah, she's got a new book coming out soon.
I don't know. You know, I don't talk to people in my band or their significant others. They just don't. You know, it's at the point
that just doesn't interest you. Yes, but she does.
No, I don't want them to talk to me.
No.
If you're in a band with me, not only do I not want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to anybody that's like your girlfriend, your wife, your kids. Just fucking keep the fuck away from me.
No eye contact whatsoever.
Yeah, don't even talk to me. So I'm glad you know what's going on.
I do know what's going on. She's very talented in her own right.
Right.
So, as Stephen has mentioned, and she's also a great photographer and artist herself. So, she does have a new book coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have. We've been talking about it a while, and because I actually have done a few features at a place on Long Island called Industry. That is right around the block where Tristan and Kristen live, and she's had her work displayed there. In fact, she had a book event at that very place that I went down to. So, I love, you know, like any band that you love. Like, I was always really big into sitting and reading the lyrics, and like, you know, that's why the poetry aspect of it always spoke to me, and you know.
Well, I just love how we now have this, like, you know, and it's just the intersection between like music and, you know, fine arts and poetry. Yeah. It's just beautiful. It's so natural too, as well. So, and Drew doesn't care.
You know, I'm not disrespect. I was never a big poetry guy because, you know, basically, you know, I'm like, you know, to me it was always like I needed like. The thing that attracted me was like music and as a teenager, violence. So like there was just poetry, you know, I was attracted to this kind of music because people were like basically beating the shit out of each other. And like as a young person, like I found that like, you know, really exciting and entertaining. So like poetry was just always just confusing to me. Like,
well, let me ask you this: when you write as a singer in your band, your numerous bands, do you write the music around the words or the words around the music?
Nowadays?
Yeah.
Nowadays, Tristan is a principal songwriter. He writes music and a lot of times lyrics as well, and he'll give it to me. And if I like the gist, that like the subject matter, you know, I'll end up moving
elaborating on it.
Yeah, and elaborating on it. And although there are songs, Incendiary Device songs, that I'm like, I'm not singing this, and I'll just like Just What It's Worth. Right. I was like, I'm sick of singing about like the same, like end of the like pandemic. This I'm gonna write a love song. So like Just What It's Worth is kind of a love song. So, you know, that's kind of how it works.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, as a writer, like, who are your favorite, like, you have favorite songs I know you love all kinds of music outside of punk. Like, is there someone you're like, oh God, that's my favorite lyricist?
Yeah.
Is it Jerry Garcia?
Jerry Garcia didn't write lyrics.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's right. They had an outside guy wrote for them a lot of times, right?
Robert Hunter wrote lyrics.
Robert Hunter. That's right.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I mean, listen,
Well,
I'm game. You know,
people are afraid of the word.
Yeah,
poetry.
Bob Dylan. That's yeah. Thanks, Christopher Valdez. Listen, for me personally, big influence. Bob Dylan was big. Robert Hunter, who wrote for the Dead, was big. What else?
This is a big one.
Nick Cave.
Nick Cave. This is actually a beautiful book of all his lyrics, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, Frank Zappa was big for me. I know people, he was just such a character, and his song. Well, now his music more so than his lyrics.
Right.
Really. What other, Greg Graffin.
Yes.
Big. He's a great
I was
writer.
just going to say Greg Graffin might be my favorite punk rock lyricist. I'm a big Tom Waits fan. Like we always joke around, you can only have so much if you stab me in the back kind of stuff, like.
You fucking stabbed me in the back. I trusted you. I fucking trusted you. You stabbed me in the back. We will beat you down.
That was beautiful. Beautiful poetry.
It really was.
That's kind of like what I understand. That's like sort of like in my wheelhouse.
Right.
Anything beyond like, you stabbed me in the back. We will beat you down. Like other than that, like I get confused. Like Patti Smith is really confusing to me. I'm like, huh? Like,
Stevie Nicks was also another one that was like, what?
Stevie Nicks, like, all right, she's kind of hot, and like the music, all right, like
your voice is beautiful, and her lyrics are like, what?
Lyrics? Wow. Lou Kohler, and hey, you know what? Let's go. All right, hold on a second. Favorite lyricists. Go. Let's see. Post up in the chat room.
There we go.
Lou Kohler and Tim from Rise Against. Well, Lou Kohler doesn't write all that stuff. His brother wrote the video that I did for Road Less Traveled was written by Pete Kohler.
Ah.
And I thought it was a really cool song. I said, wow, this is great lyrics that you wrote. He's like, I didn't write it. Pete wrote it. Brian, is that Brian from Catharsis? Hands down. Okay. I think Patti Smith's lyrics hold up more than Jim Morrison's. Okay. I'm a big Doors fan. I love the Doors. It's just kind of part of my. Tim, Nick Cave, Mr. Nick
Absolutely.
Cave, uncontested.
I gotta say Tom Waits.
Jerry A. Poison Idea. Okay. Larry the Hunter. All right. Waddy. Good one. What's that? I love Waddy, man. I love a lot of that stuff. Tim Barry from Avail and Milo. Milo. Yeah. Carl from
Tim
Earthquake.
Barry's solo stuff. He's got some great lyrics.
Right.
I like Greg from Bad Religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably my favorite in the punk rock world.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah.
Ray Hogan, Tom Waits, Robert Hunter, Bob Dylan, Mike.
Nice. Mike from I Hate God. Nice.
You know what? Here's some real smart lyrics right here. Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra was a great lyricist. His songs were, his songs are great. That guy was, Evan and Billy. Interesting, from Biohazard. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I love that stuff. Mike Ness, good one.
Yeah. Ness is a good one for sure.
Yeah, Mike Ness is a good one, man. Yeah, that stuff. I mean, Mike Ness gets a little repetitive, I was wrong, and, lonely guy, I'm bad dude, and it's tough out here. You know, listen.
I like Jamie Josta. I think Jamie has some real positive words. You know.
Yeah.
You read into Hatebreed lyrics, and it's very self-help at times.
It's very like it's philosophy for hardcore people.
Menzie, good one, Jorge. Menzie, good one. Steve Dingle of Buzzcocks, good one. Kill for Peace 69. Yeah, love the Buzzcocks. You know, conflict. Yeah.
Was Strummer the lyricist for most of the Clash stuff? Or was
Strummer wrote the Strummer stuff. Mick Jones wrote the Mick Jones stuff.
Right.
You know, Strummer wrote some good stuff. Mick Jones wrote some great stuff. You know, both of them. I mean, I think that's part of what I think that dynamic is what made the Clash so great. Really, I mean, I'm a big, you know, Clash are like big for me, man. You know, so I know the whole Clash catalog backwards and forwards. You know, Danzig. Under her black wings, mother, she rides at night. Kennedy shattered head is concrete. Ride, Johnny, ride. Well, there you go. You want some trouble? You know, I had Penny lined up, Penny from Crass, to come on the show, and then I saw the Crass documentary. And I got like spooked. I'm like, you know what? I can't have Penny from Crass on the show. On a show that is not political, how can I bring Penny from Crass on my show? Go, hey, dude, it's not a political show. So I just like deaded it, you know.
Gigi Allen, Ray Hogan.
Gigi Allen,
Shakespeare.
I don't know, what does Gigi Allen sing about? Like I don't know. Like what is Gigi Allen?
Bitey, you scum.
Like, what is Gigi at? Well, like I'll throw duty at you, go die.
Pretty much.
I hope you OD. I want to sodomize you. Like, what did?
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah.
Ian Curtis. Okay, good one, Tim. Yeah. Epic. I should have him on. I should have
Merle.
No, I should have Penny on. Just so we could wait, hold on. Here you go. We should have Penny on just so we could document me saying to him, it's not a political show, let's not talk politics. And then see what happens.
Talk politics for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a question, Drew. What is lyrically, do you have a favorite Incendiary Device song? Lyrically,
it's a good question. Yeah, I like you know, songs are weird. They're like, you know, you like, you know, you like them for different reasons, you know. You know, I like I love the stuff that we do because it's all from this band, you know. I'm not singing something else that somebody else, you know, was on some other, you know. I'm the, you know, all these songs came from us. So, you know, I like the song Incendiary Device. I like Accelerate, that Sean, Sean, the guitar player, you know, came to the band with, and then I kind of reworked a couple things. Yeah, I like a lot of that. I like all the Incendiary. I love singing that stuff. I love being in that band, man. It's like, yeah, I do. What else? What do I really love?
Breaking Point's a good one.
Breaking Point, that's a Tristan one for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, like Tristan, these guys come with stuff, and then like I'm like, okay, you know, we sort of put it through the grinder in rehearsal, right. And like kind of work it together, and then lyrically, then I kind of throw stuff out and do other stuff, you know. No, I do not write all the ID lyrics. When songs are presented, sometimes they're presented with lyrics. It's very rare that I'll take it verbatim. I usually take the idea or speak to the guy who wrote it and say, I mean, some of them are really obvious, right? You know, a song called Breaking Point.
Right.
You know, I get it. Or and then I sort of rework stuff. And then some songs I've totally written, you know, from scratch, like Just What It's Worth is totally from scratch, you know? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Lydon was a hell yeah. John Lydon, absolutely. Yeah. Black Flag, absolutely. You know? Yeah. Bob Marley and HR. Is this the hill you want to die on? That's a Tristan lyric.
But that song is near and dear to my heart because I lived
with all the problems in the world. Is this the hill you want to die on? That's Tristan.
Yeah.
That's Tristan.
Yeah, that's a good lyric.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that right? Did Brian Baker write all of Can I Say? I should just text him. I should just text Brian Baker and ask.
I mean, Rollins wrote Rollins' band, even more so than Black Flag lyrically. I think he wrote some amazing lyrics.
Getting back to the poetry, I really enjoy Cynthia from the B Girls. Her poetry is really great.
Is that right? I know her. Yeah. I know her and her pal Puma Pearl. They do a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah, and she's, you know, she posts a lot of her poems and stuff, and they're very, very, and of course, poetry is very, very personal.
Yeah.
But it's really, very touching and beautiful.
Well, Lori, what I'd like to do is kind of gather people from the punk rock community to do a night like that. So I'll probably be in touch with you. Maybe we can involve her. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. She writes some beautiful, beautiful poetry.
D. Boone, Scott Vogel.
You know what? Cool to, also, like, you can, you know, I know here on the Cape they have this thing where they get artists and poets together.
Right.
And so, like, you give like a piece of artwork to a poet. You say, okay, write a poem about this. And then
give a poem to an artist.
Yeah, and they do something based on your, you know.
Well, I think we're on to something.
Pretty cool.
Kill for Peace. Drew, you want to premiere a 30-minute video I shot of Kraut at CB's opening for the UK subs? I was at that show.
Oh, wow.
Never been aired. Shot on 3/4. How the hell did you shoot on 3/4 at CB's? You brought a 3/4 deck? Yo, Kill for Peace 69. I'm not. Reach out to me. Love to talk. You know, Crowd is the kind of band. There's a lot of headaches there. It's like you screen something and this one's pissed off. Like I don't. But that sounds great. Interested to know how you shot 3/4. Hey Rick, why you? Appreciate you, Drew and crew. No guest still equals a great show. Well, thank you.
Oh yes, thank you.
Chris from Propaganda shreds and is an insane lyricist. Okay. Chris from Propaganda. Oh, Puerto Rican Mike. Good one. Chuck D's a great lyricist. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, hip-hop.
Chill for Peace 69. I got to hear the story about how you dragged in a 3/4 deck in the CBs. I bet the stuff looks great. Reach out to me. Let's talk, man. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, reach out. Let's talk about it. But, you know, this stuff's a lot of times it's a headache because this guy in the crowd doesn't want it out. Hey, I'm going to sue you. It's like, yo, I don't need it, man. I don't need the headaches. You know? I don't need the headaches. Chris Doherty. Okay. There you go. Mick Jagger. I gotta agree with some of that. Sometimes with Mick Jagger's lyrics, I'm like, he wrote some really great stuff, and then some stuff I'm like, really? Just,
you know, my favorite Stone song, and especially lyrically, is "Memory Motel."
Yeah, I mean, he wrote stuff like that, and then he wrote stuff like "She's so cold, I'm so hot." I'm like, I'm a burning bush, I'm a burning fire, I'm a bleeding volcano. I'm so hot for her, I'm so hot for her, I'm so hot for her, and she's so cold. You know what? Just goes to show how I'm programmed. Here I am bitching about it, but I know it. I know. She's so cold. I can't wait to end the show so I can listen to Rolling Stone.
Yeah. Oh, somebody just mentioned Geezer Butler. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Geezer Butler wrote all the Black Sabbath stuff, right?
Yeah. A lot of people didn't realize he wrote the lyrics, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's some tremendous lyricists
You
out
make
there.
a dead man come. Start me up.
Hmm.
You make
This poetry.
Yep.
Is that wait? Isn't that Start Me Up? Isn't that line in Start Me Up?
Yeah, that's from
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Listen, yo, he also wrote Beast of Burden, which is such a great song.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know, Mick Jagger wrote some great stuff, man. Beast of Burden and it goes on and on, you know.
Yeah.
Alago would say Nina Simone for sure. I mean, Alago was in love with Nina Simone. Bane. Who was the lyricist for Bane? White Trash Rob from Blood for Blood. Sing along.
Yeah, he was good.
Freddie Madball.
Singer from Lionheart. I like the lyrics in Lionheart a lot. The band Lionheart.
My two favorite Stones songs are Sympathy for the Devil and Shattered. Huh.
Killers.
Don't you know the crime rate's going up, 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 up? To live in this town, you must be tough, 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 tough. Got rats on the west side, bedbugs uptown. What a mess. This town's in tatters. My brain is... Yo, that was my record, man. So when Some Girls came out, I was like in junior high school here in New York City and all that. That was our theme. Like, yo, I've been walking Central Park singing. I'm like, literally walking in Central Park with my juvenile delinquent friends, listening to that on a boombox. Like, yep.
As opposed to Billy Joel.
Says he just finished Giza Butler's book. I want to read that one.
Where do you see that?
Who wrote the lyrics to SSD?
Yeah.
Was it Al or was it Springer?
Oh, yeah. No, it was Al. No, Springer didn't write barely. I don't think Springer wrote anything. I think Al wrote. I think Chris Foley might have wrote something. You know.
I always thought it was weird when a singer
John
didn't
Fogerty.
read lyrics.
I got to tell you something. I don't know what it is, man, but I can't stand Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Wow.
I can't stand them.
Okay. Who do you like better, Creedence or Billy Joel?
You know who else I can't stand? Fish. I can't stand Fish. God.
I'm happy to hear that. Even though it's rare that most people who love the Dead love Fish.
Yes and no. You know?
I don't like Fish either.
I like Fish about as much as Hootie and the Blowfish and Styx.
But I bet you know the lyrics. Wait.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away
with me.
You stabbed me in the back. You fucking suck. Fish are atrocious. Dude, don't even get me going. I got dragged to see Fish, and let me tell you something. They sucked. Hated that, man. Air Supply. I think Air Supply is even better than this stuff. What was Air Supply's big hit?
Is that All Out of Love?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? All Out of Love?
All Out of Love. It's all love songs, all Australian love songs.
Yeah. Yo, how do I feel about Dave Matthews? Yo, fuck Dave Matthews, man. And fuck Hootie and the Blowfish.
Voice annoys me.
Yo. Fucking hate that shit. That's like to me that shit was like a frat rock.
It definitely is like frat rock.
Jerry Cantrell. Listen, Jerry Cantrell's one thing. Lane Stanley's another. Like Lane Stanley, I can't even listen to at this point. Unlistenable to me.
I love
Lane Stanley.
No, to me it's all like I'm on heroin, sitting in an angry chair, them bones, life is gonna rain when I die. Like, yo, I can't.
I love Alex James.
It's not the most cheerful.
So good.
I can't, man.
Not the most cheerful.
There's not much room for happy music in my world.
But it is very philosophical and
so dark.
Yeah, he's a good poet.
Yeah, I love Alison. I loved a lot of the Mark Lanigan from the Screaming Trees was a great one. You know.
Yeah.
The singer from Air Supply is all tatted up now. Wait.
Oh, he's always been.
Oh, you got
I
it.
saw him in a tattoo magazine.
Really?
He's like head to toe. The little guy.
Oh yeah, I see. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm all out of love. Wait, I'm trying to see what was their big hit.
That was they got a bunch.
Lost in Love, All Out of Love, Every Woman in the World, The One That You Love, Sweet Dreams, Making Love Out of Nothing at All.
It's a lot of love.
But he's actually, you know what? Lyrically, Making Love Out of Nothing at All was a Jim Steinman song.
Jim Steinman, who wrote all the Meatloaf stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that, man. I hate that shit, man. I do. I hate that shit, you know. And listen. I say I hate it, but look, you know, I do what I got to do here. I do what I got to do to get by here in this world, you know. But fuck, you know. Alice in Chains was brave when they filled in for Death Angel on the Clash of the Titans tour. They were given a hard time in almost every show. Hey, I said it before, but I'll say it again. Alice in Chains, and I just found this. Let me see, because I'm doing my stubs, right? I'm doing this stub project, right? And I what was it called? Lollapalooza?
Yeah.
Here you go. I just scanned these stubs right here. Here they are, right at my fingertips. I saw these two shows back to back. This is a stub from Lollapalooza, June 12th, 1993, at Waterloo Village in Stanhope, New Jersey. These are my stuff. And they end up, what's weird is they played the same place like 5 days later, and we went back. Me and Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard went, right? And we saw, and Alice in Chains was so mesmerizing on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't move at all. Yeah. They didn't move. No one moved. And yet I couldn't take my eyes off them. And we were so mesmerized by them that me and Evan went back a couple days later. I'm like, let's go back again. It was fucking that good.
They're great bands. And I always hate when, like, you know, bands are given a hard time at a show. Like, great bands, you know, because you were expected to see, okay, I get it. You expected to see Death Angel. Okay. So, I mean, you know, and they replaced it with a band that wasn't, you know, I mean, musically, but I mean, they're a great band. I don't understand that. Like, I just want to listen to this tonight. I never got that. So.
Especially with Death Angel and Lori. She loves Death Angel.
I love Death Angel.
I'm pulling.
You know, he's singing on the Kerry King album.
I know he is, Mark.
That's her metal husband right there.
Yes, my pretend husband.
Did you listen to that whole record?
I didn't listen to the whole record, but I listened to most of it, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah, you know exactly what you're getting from Kerry King. It's a great. The band is
and from Mark. So yeah, his voice is great.
Phil Demmel. I mean, that's
fantastic.
It's a killer lineup.
Absolutely, yeah. So.
Actually, the thrash lyricists were all pretty solid. Hetfield and Jeff Hanneman, people like that. You know, depending on what you're singing about.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm pulling out.
Testament has some great lyrics.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Chuck Billy.
Oh yeah.
Here's just while I was in the stubs. Here's a just random two stubs I grabbed. This is the show I saw right in my neighborhood here, October 11th, 1980. You ready for this?
Oh.
Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Bobby Blue Bland.
Wow.
I saw Muddy Waters play in 1980 at the Beacon Theater here in New York City. I got to see Muddy Waters play.
That's awesome.
That was cool. Now, from that, I'm going to swing the pendulum to another really great show. This is from Saturday, October 4th, 1986. This show was friggin' great. David Lee Roth at Madison Square Garden.
Oh
after he left Van Halen on the Eat 'em and Smile tour, when he had Steve Vai and Billy Sheehan, Yo, this show was friggin' a blast. A lot of fun.
Who was playing that band? Billy Sheehan?
Billy Sheehan was playing bass. And
Yep.
Steve I on guitar.
Greg
wow.
Bissonette.
Yeah.
Greg Bissonette, yeah.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yeah.
1850
Yep.
Yeah.
for the Garden. 1850.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Add a couple zeros now.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if I could find anything else that is
Yeah, absolutely. You pay about $180 for that show now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And that's for a cheap seat.
That's for the upper level, right?
Yeah.
Right. For sure. Yeah.
Wanna
Frank
get
Zappa.
something-
Frank Zappa was a great lyricist.
Right, okay. Oh, you want to get
Why is
Zappa
there-
on me? Here, okay, you want
I love
to? Okay,
Zappa.
here we go. Here's another one of my stubs. This is from May 9th, 1980, at the Nassau Coliseum. Frank Zappa.
Nice. How much? $10.50.
At the Nassau Coliseum, Frank Zappa. And I remember for an encore, he did Muffin Man. Girl, you thought he was a man, but he only was a muffin. It was awesome.
Awesome. I
So,
saw
You know
him.
what
I think
I
in
love about that
87
too,
or 80. I think it was 87. I saw him. 88
mhm.
in the city. Yeah, one of the best shows I've ever been at. I'm so glad I got to see him. Yeah. Remember
I
the
love
black page? The black page that he had for musicians. You
Yeah, of
would you would
course.
send away for it. They had one for guitar, bass, drums. The black page.
Yep. He made Steve Vai memorize that.
Yeah, yeah. And if you could play
Yeah.
the black page on your instrument, you were
Yep.
like,
Yeah. Let me one last one here. What is this? I don't get the date. August 15th, 1984, 85 at Radio City Music Hall. Come on, Pop. Richard Pryor.
Oh wow.
oh my goodness, wow.
I love the old logos and everything on these.
Yeah. Richard Pryor, I saw doing
Wow.
stand-up comedy at Radio City Music Hall. Yep.
Wow.
It's amazing that comedians now are doing arenas like Sebastian Maniscalco did 4 nights at Madison Square Garden. It's like they're huge again, it used to I remember when Dice first sold out the Garden.
I remember that. I was there. Here's one for you. Oh, this is great. July 29th, 1984. The Jacksons Victory Tour.
Oh Jesus.
The Jackson
That's
at Giant Stadium. This is remember when I guess his brothers dragged Michael Jackson out to do this Jackson's Victory Tour, and I went out and saw the Jackson's Victory Tour.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I think in '82 I saw the Bee Gees at Madison Square Garden.
Ooh, I would
Oh,
love to have
wow.
seen that.
Yeah, my parents were supposed to go with some friends of theirs, and they dropped out, so they ended up taking me and my sister Lisa. Yeah,
And how were the Bee Gees?
fantastic. Yeah.
Here,
It was that was right around the time of right after Saturday Night Live, so a lot of kids were into them and everything.
Saturday Night Fever.
Oh yeah, Saturday Night Fever, right?
Here, my ears
Yeah,
are still ringing from this
Nice.
one.
Look at that.
Is Motorhead, December 21st,
Oh my
1985, almost 40 years ago. I saw Motorhead in a pretty small room. It was loud.
Oh man.
John Scher. You always remember those names, John Scher, Larry Vaughn, they would all be always on the tickets,
Yeah.
Ron Delsner,
Yeah.
all the promoters.
Yeah, I'm working through my stubs now. I'm scanning everyone and for a project. I'm like, holy shit,
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I had all my stubs.
Yeah,
I put them away in a box, and now I don't know, lost in mom's attic kind of thing,
Yep.
But I have a friend, Dawn, who she saved everything. I mean, flyers, tickets, every little
I think
thing.
I have the crown jewel right here. This was one of the wildest nights of my life right here. This was New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, 1987, going into 1988. This was, the guy was at the peak of his popularity, and we went to this. It was bananas. Sam Kinison.
Oh my gosh.
Sam Kinison, New Year's at the Felt Forum. It was it was wild. He was great.
That's
great.
Say it. Say it.
He was so fucking funny. This is like he came out, he had two girls on his arm, and he's like, and then he's like, he was out of control. It was really funny. Sam Kinison was great. Yep. That was his peak. Yep.
Yeah.
See what these two girls walked him out on stage.
We can't tell half of his jokes now without getting in trouble.
No. And he was so coked up. We were all so coked up. Like it was Coke, booze, Coke, booze, Coke, booze, 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 Coke, booze, Coke, booze, Coke, booze, Coke, booze, Coke, booze. Ah, Sam Kinison. Ah,
yeah.
And the irony is, I think he was killed by a drunk driver too.
Yeah, he was. He was. Absolutely. Let's see if yeah. Anyway, all right. I could go. We could do stubs for a while.
Yeah.
Is that right?
The Stub Show.
I saw Nashville. I saw Motorhead at the Fillmore. That's a cool room. That's a good room. That's a good room. This was, you want to go. All right, listen, for all you guitar players out there, this is another New Year's Eve show. And I really remember this one because I was really close. And This was when the Ritz moved to the old Studio 54. And I was on the first row of the balcony. So the first row of the balcony at the old Ritz, right? You're like basically kind of like hanging, like right. You're like right there on the stage, you know. And I saw this New Year's really up close. This guy was at the peak of his powers. This was absolutely incredible. For all you guitar players out there, I saw it up close. I lived it. I breathed it. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Nice.
Really close, man. And this guy, this is when he cleaned up his act. He was so great, man. He was so great on New Year's Eve. It was amazing. Wow. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh, he killed it. Killed it. Yep. All right.
Incredible.
Yeah. What's up, Larry?
How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey.
I was just watching this.
How's business?
It's good. It was a good day. Some people came in, bought a bunch of sports shirts. The Believe in Boston, and the Celtics won the championship, so they got some of those. Wanted to say ban on them, that kind of thing.
Hey, Larry, thanks for the shirt.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So I saw what you guys were talking about. I have two.
Okay.
One is somebody says to me, "Oh, this guy Roy Orbison is playing at the Bradford Ballroom Hotel."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Who's Roy Orbison?" We were young. It was 1980, I think it was.
Wow.
When blown away completely. And then somebody came over my house one day, said they were trying to go see Aerosmith. Then they're playing under a fake name at the Middle East restaurant in Cambridge. It's a small.
Wow.
Really consider it for Aerosmith. It's a small place. It's a little bigger than the Bowery Electric. And he said, "Oh, you can't get in that show." I said, "I can get in that show. I can make one phone call. I'll be able to pull it off." And he dared me, so I didn't even want to go. So I made the call and got in and saw them play a small club, and it was incredible. They were trying out songs. Steven Tyler sang a song with these lyrics on a piece of paper. And then after he was done, he said, okay, I want to sing them with these lyrics, and sang the same song again with different words.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. My guitar player at the time was doing monitors on the stage, so I got to be 5 feet away from Joe Perry.
Wow.
And,
That's
I
awesome.
don't know if everybody here is an Aerosmith fan, but it was pretty cool.
Well, you're in Boston, so I mean, I thought it's like a prerequisite, you know?
Speaking of Boston, Larry,
Yeah.
this is from September 11th, 1981. I don't know if this club still exists up there, but I saw the Psychedelic Furs at the Metro.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I was there. That was, I think that was a daytime show, right?
It says 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show, I was at that show. First time I met Bob White.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah.
First time I met Bob White, I stepped on his foot by accident, and Bob, classic Bob, said, "Hey, don't step on my foot. I know the Stranglers personally." Right? And then I'm standing there, and this kid, Jay Johnson, and Jamie Sharappa come up to me, and they go, "Hey, you're a Marblehead kid, right?" "Yeah." "You're friends with Jake?" I said,
Yeah, I know him.
"We want to start a pit, and will you help us at this, afternoon Psychedelic Furs show?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And that was the first day I met those guys. And we started a pit. I jumped in. And
Okay, I got another one for you. Another Boston guy. You ready? For all you guitar players out there, this is while I was up in Boston, right? While I was up in Boston, while I was a part of this original SSD Skinhead crew and this and that, I still went out and I saw shows like this. This is September 30th, 1982 at the Paradise, which is still there, right?
yeah, Barrett's still there.
Bro, Johnny Winter.
Johnny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Johnny Winter at the Paradise, bro.
It'd be a great time to see him too. He was really
He was
cranking.
still great. He was
Yep.
still great in 1982. We're talking what? 42 years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Johnny Winter. And this is when he was just ripping, man. Slide
Yep.
guitar ripping, you know?
I had seen him around that time and not at that show. I did see him years later at the Cabot, which is up the street from me. And it was a couple of years before he died, and he still was good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Nothing compared to like
Monday, April 25th, 1983. All you Boston fans, Stranglehold at Jumpin'
sure.
Jack Flash at on Queensbury Street.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great club too.
Yeah, with Bad Brains played there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I burnt. I did a lot of fun stuff there.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. You did send me wait. Who sent me the tip? Is it Paul? You sent me who did you? Paulie Pork Chops. You sent me the ticket stub. Okay, Paulie sent me a ticket stub. For ticket stub of the day. So, in all due respect to Paulie, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ticket stub. This is what we should do this. We should do ticket.
Yeah.
We should do this on the show. We should do ticket stub of the day. Let's start a new thing.
Yeah,
If anybody has a stub that's special to them or meaningful or whatever, and you're in send me the ticket stub. We're gonna start doing tickets. So here we go. Ticket stub of the day from Paulie. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here it is. Saturday, July 14th, 1990, Flotsam and Jetsam and Leeway at the Ritz on 54th Street.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
Paulie, your idea caught on. Yep. There you go.
That's
Ticket
great.
stub of the day. I wasn't at this show, but I saw Leeway play in that venue, the new Ritz, the old studio, and boy, I saw Leeway absolutely crush it in there, man.
I'm sure that was a hot day too.
Prong also played. You know who I saw in this room? The most crowded show I ever saw in that room and it was so crowded, it was so unbearable that I didn't enjoy it. I saw friggin' Guns N' Roses in that room.
Yeah, I saw Guns N' Roses actually at Sundance.
Yep,
Me
too.
horrendous.
That was a couple years before this. Yeah,
but it was like one of the most crowded shows.
That Sundance show was amazing.
The show I'm talking about was after they did put out Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and they were coming back to play for the first time in like a couple years.
Yeah.
And it was at the Ritz. It was like a lottery thing or whatever. We got
anti-scalping tickets. I remember that.
And I got in, and it was so crowded that I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, a lot of those shows back then, like they oversold so much, and you get in there and you couldn't move. You couldn't move. You needed like Vaseline to get through the crowd.
Tim,
think about that now, and you think about fire hazards and stuff. How scary when you were like, this is where I'm going to be until the show is over. You know?
Yeah, they did not care about that back then.
Tim, the Guns N' Roses show that you're referencing was at the original Ritz on 11th Street, which is now back to being called Webster Hall. That was during the Appetite for Destruction tour. The show I'm talking about was when the Ritz was moved to Studio 54 later on, and it was for the Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, the very first club shows they were playing before they went out. So it was a couple years later, you know?
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, I saw that show, Larry the Hunter, Leeway and Bad Brains at the New Ritz. That's the show I saw, and Leeway was incredible. Incredible.
Lori, there's the Sundance Guns N' Roses ticket right there.
Oh,
There
yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
And that was $14.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. Thanks for letting me jump back on and blah blah blah. The store I just closed the store and I said, I'll jump in and put in my 2 cents.
I don't know if you
stubs are up here.
Did you guys hear that? Hold on. Did you guys hear that? Hold on, I gotta get the right shot. Did you guys hear the news that I got engaged?
No.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations.
Thanks. We did it in Coney Island. It was really cool.
Yeah. Amazing.
It was great. What was great about it? That I couldn't really say it when she was on, although she's probably watching right now on the subway. So, but she didn't see it coming.
She said it was completely.
Because it was her idea to go to Coney Island, and then she's like, "You want to go on a ride?" And I'm like, "You know what? I've never been on the Wonder Wheel."
That's crazy. You've never been on the Wonder Wheel.
It's like she basically plans her own proposal without realizing.
So she didn't expect me to all of a sudden like pull out a bag and throw rose petals all over her, and then pull out a ring.
Right, and if you had suggested that, she might have been like, "Oh, maybe this is it." So that's what made it so beautiful. Yeah.
All she said was, "You just better not do it at the Barry Electric."
Yeah,
I'd be so embarrassed.
In the middle of a non-resident set.
Enough with your stupid fucking band already.
Yeah, it's good that you didn't even think about doing that.
Thank God. Woo!
At all.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Hey, Larry.
What did I say? What did I say during the actual proposal? I got down on one knee. I could show you. I'll give you the visual.
Was that against safety regulations on this ride?
I took my seatbelt out. No,
oh my goodness.
no, there was no seatbelt on this thing. It's like it. And here, this will give you a bit of the visual. I sprinkled the pedals. As you see, some of the pedals, right? And then you could see, and I scrunched down in the front of the thing on one knee, and I just said, "I love you. I can't imagine my life without you. I love you. Will you marry me?" So.
And what'd she say?
Oh my God! No, of course. Yeah.
And that ring is beautiful. It looks beautiful.
And the ring. Listen, I worked hard on the ring. You know.
It's beautiful.
I worked hard up. I like tracked it down, and and for the record, she was involved in picking out the ring. Because I wanted her to be super and it wasn't like what do you like something more like this or more like that? She didn't know exactly, but I basically, I wanted it. I didn't want there to be any sort of I wanted it to be great,
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah. That's it. All right, Larry.
Thanks, you guys. Love you all.
I'll see you. We'll see you, and everybody will see Larry down here a week from today. Hold on, I'm trying.
I'll have those T-shirts, Drew. I'll bring the T-shirts.
Yeah, but we gotta wait. We gotta find out. We'll see you down here on Sunday, right?
Yeah. I should have the shirt for that.
Do you need me to sit on the merch table?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah.
I do actually, and because we're selling these are going to be on the merch table. ID is actually selling merch, which is very rare. These are going to be available.
Okay, perfect.
That whole bit. So, Larry, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Love you, bro.
Did you get it together, Steven?
I was about to. The battery's about to die. I had to plug in.
What do you got? What do you got? A stove?
Yeah.
What's going on? We got a stove and a fridge over there.
All those magnets and what's those? Oh, stickers.
What is that? A bomb shelter? Wait. Is that a bomb shelter?
Wow, it's a different view. Blowing my mind.
I have a kitchen. What do you think I eat?
Is it a bomb shelter?
It's a shelter.
It looks like it.
Give me shelter.
All right. I'll see you later, Steven.
See you guys.
Lori, anything you want to say?
So just everybody keep Lou Kohler in their thoughts, prayers, whatever you do. And just want to thank everybody for watching. Want to thank all my team at Women of the Pit. I'll see you all on Sunday. Yeah, sending positive thoughts to Lou. He needs everything everybody's got, So
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I think I just want to also give a shout out to the NAD family. They have somebody as well. Lauren also is battling cancer right now, and there's a GoFundMe up for him right now too. Right. So the NAD, they've played, the Barry Electric, their family. So yeah, yeah. So
all right, I'll see you soon.
Party next week. Bye, everyone.
Well, there you have it. It was an interesting show. I think I enjoyed it more than even if that guy from Whiplash would have been on the show. Imagine that. If you see that guy, tell him what's up. Tony Portaro. Hey, man. I think we had a better show without him, to tell you the truth. So tell us about your, I don't want to say anything bad about anybody, but, can't say I appreciate it either. We'll see you on Wednesday for a rare Side Trips Wednesday show. Thanks a lot, everybody. Until next time, do good things, and good things will come to you.
Conditioned by indoctrination.